Here's a question nobody asks at the drive-thru. If your favorite fast food burger looked exactly like the ad, would you even recognize it? We've all seen the glossy photos, perfectly stacked buns, glistening patties, and that dramatic slow drip of melted cheese. But the reality in the bag? It's like ordering a sports car and receiving a bicycle with training wheels. And the same illusion applies to cooking oils. Brands promise pure, light, premium, organic, heart-healthy, yet what you actually get varies wildly. Some oils taste flat, burn too quickly, or hide behind flashy labels while quietly delivering the nutritional value of a used napkin. So, today, we're cutting through the marketing haze. We're ranking 11 cooking oil brands from the absolute worst to the legitimately impressive, starting with the oils you should avoid, and ending with the ones that earn the heart-healthy badge for real. And trust me, some of these placements might sting. Before we dive in, smash that subscribe button, because if you cook at home even once a month, this ranking could save you from some seriously disappointing meals. Let's get into it. Number 11. Wesson Vegetable Oil. Starting at the very bottom, we have Wesson. And here's the thing. Wesson is the plain white bread of cooking oils. It's fine in theory, totally uninspiring in reality. When you crack open a bottle of Wesson, you're getting an overly neutral flavor that contributes absolutely nothing to your sautéing or salad dressing. It's made from a refined soybean base, which is cheap to manufacture but lacks any meaningful nutrients. You're not getting antioxidants. You're not getting complexity. You're getting oil. That's it. And get this, customers consistently praise Wesson for its value, but in the same breath, they call it basic and forgettable. One reviewer I came across described it as the most flavorless oil I've ever used, only good for frying frozen food. That's not exactly a ringing endorsement. The real kicker is that Wesson has a low antioxidant profile, so if you're looking for high-nutrient, high-flavor cooking, this isn't your guy. Bottom line, Wesson is reliable for bulk frying when you need to deep fry a mountain of chicken wings for a party, but it's disappointing for everything else. It won't ruin your food, but it won't elevate it either. And if Wesson feels this flat and forgettable, wait till you see what barely rises above it. Number 10. Great Value Vegetable Oil. Think of this oil as the budget airline of the cooking world. Cheap, functional, but definitely not comfortable. Great Value is Walmart's house brand, and it does exactly what you'd expect from a house brand trying to undercut everyone on price. The problem starts with inconsistent texture. Some batches feel normal. Others have this weird, almost plasticky aftertaste that makes you wonder what corners were cut to get the price that low. And speaking of corners, the container quality is often criticized. We're talking thin plastic bottles that feel like they might crack if you look at them wrong, and that affects freshness over time. Great Value is made from low-grade soybean oil blends, which means you're getting a high omega-6 load with little beneficial fat diversity. Your body needs a balance of omega-6 and omega-3 fatty acids, and this oil tips the scale way too far in one direction. Bottom line? If you're on a tight budget and you need something to fry with, Great Value will technically do the job. But even bargain oils look gourmet next to our next pick. Number 9. Crisco Pure Vegetable Oil. Crisco works hard, not smart, like a vintage frying station that refuses to retire. And look, I get it. Crisco has been around forever. Your grandma probably used it. But that doesn't mean it's the right choice for 2025. This oil is overly refined to the point where it has nearly zero flavor complexity. It offers high heat performance, which is great if you're deep frying, but the nutritional value, practically non-existent. You're not getting meaningful antioxidants. You're not getting heart-healthy fats. You're getting a heat-stable vessel for transferring calories into your food. And the taste? Food bloggers routinely call Crisco a neutral fry oil with no personality. When you cook with it, your food often ends up tasting fast food fried instead of crisp, clean, and delicious. There's this greasy quality that lingers, and not in a good way. But trust me, the next oil takes neutral to a new low. Number 8. Luana, vegetable oil. Luana is the construction boot of cooking oils. Rugged, unsophisticated, and not meant for finesse. This is the oil you see at restaurant supply stores, and there's a reason it's marketed to commercial kitchens and not home cooks. The formula often includes additives, anti-foam agents, preservatives that help it survive industrial use but don't do your home cooking any favors. You get a high smoke point, which is useful if you're running a deep fryer for hours, but you get minimal flavor development. The soybean base is heavily refined, leaving you with an unfavorable fat profile that's skewed toward omega-6. Most people who buy Luana praise it for bulk frying and nothing else. One buyer bluntly said, "It fries fine, but don't use it on anything you care about." And that's the perfect summary. If you're making something where the oil is just a heat medium and you don't care about taste, Luana will work. But if you want your vegetables to taste like vegetables, your chicken to taste like chicken, and your stir-fry to have any kind of flavor complexity, skip it. Bottom line? This oil is good for commercial fryers, bad for home cooking that needs character. If this is already saving you from a bad meal, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's next. Now, let's leave the bottom tier and climb toward slightly brighter horizons. Number 7. Mazola. Corn oil mazola is the sports bike of frying. Fast, hot, efficient, and not exactly subtle. Here's what mazola does well. It crisps. If you want golden, crunchy fried chicken or perfectly crisp French fries, mazola's high smoke point makes it a solid choice. But here's the problem. Mazola is loaded with omega-6 fatty acids and the ratio is wildly imbalanced for regular use. Nutrition sources warn that corn oil can have an omega-6 to omega-3 ratio over 40 to 1. That's not a typo. 40 to 1. Your body needs balance, and this oil throws that balance completely out of whack. The flavor is thin and lacks any depth or nuance. It works better for deep fryers than everyday stovetop cooking. If you're making a salad dressing or finishing a dish, you'll taste the oiliness without any complementary flavor to back it up. Bottom line? Mazola is fantastic for crunchy fried foods, questionable for long-term heart health. Use it sparingly, but if you want flavor and nutrition, the next oils finally start delivering. Number 6. Spectrum Canola Oil, expeller pressed. Spectrum is the gym membership of cooking oils. Sensible, practical, and trying its best to be healthy. And honestly, it succeeds more than it fails. Spectrum uses an expeller-pressed process, which means it's less chemically processed than standard vegetable oils. That's a good thing. You're avoiding some of the harsh solvents and high-heat refining that strip out nutrients and leave behind questionable residues. Spectrum also has a better omega-3 presence than the oils we've covered so far. It's still not perfect. Canola oil isn't a miracle food, but it's a step in the right direction. The taste is mild, which is both a pro and a con. It won't overpower your food, but it's not great for finishing dishes where you want the oil itself to contribute flavor. And get this, many reviewers note, clean taste, no weird after flavors, good for everyday cooking. That's exactly the vibe. It's pricey compared to its relatively neutral experience. But if you're trying to cook healthier without spending boutique money, Spectrum is a respectable mid-tier option. Bottom line, a decent choice that leans healthier without becoming premium. It's the reliable friend who shows up on time and doesn't cause drama. Now, the next cooking oil will surprise you. Number 5. Pompeian Olive Oil. Pompeian is the dependable sedan of olive oils. Smooth, reliable, and comfortable, but not exactly luxury. This is the olive oil you see everywhere, and there's a good reason for that. It works. Pompeian offers a balanced flavor, mild fruitiness, smooth finish, and no harsh bitterness. It's an affordable entry-level extra virgin olive oil that doesn't break the bank. Food Network lists Pompeian as one of the best supermarket extra virgin olive oils for everyday cooking, and I agree with that assessment. Here's the thing, though. It's not as robust as small-batch oils. Some of Pompeian's product lines are refined for light flavor, which makes them less authentic. You're getting olive oil, but you're not getting the full, peppery, grassy intensity that makes premium extra virgin olive oil special. The real kicker is that Pompeian is incredibly versatile. You can sauté with it, dress salads with it, drizzle it over pasta, and it performs well across the board. It won't blow your mind, but it won't disappoint you either. Bottom line? Pompeian is solid for sautéing and salads, but it's not a showstopper. It's the oil you grab when you want something better than vegetable oil, but you're not ready to splurge. Now, we enter the territory where flavor and health finally meet. Buckle up. Number 4. Bertolli Olive Oil. Bertolli is the classic cafe espresso of extra virgin olive oil. Familiar, bold enough, and remarkably consistent. And consistency matters more than you might think. When you buy a bottle of Bertolli, you know what you're getting. Reliable flavor across bottles. No surprises. It works beautifully in dressings and finishing drizzles. The taste has enough body to stand up to robust flavors without overpowering delicate dishes. The downside. Commercial blending means less distinctiveness. You're not getting the unique terroir of a single-origin olive oil. Some critics say Bertolli is mild compared to artisanal extra virgin olive oils, and that's fair. But here's the counterpoint. Most people aren't eating artisanal olive oil every day. They want something good, affordable, and reliable. Bertolli delivers that. Serious Eats rated Bertolli as one of the top budget extra virgin olive oils for flavor consistency, and I think that's the perfect way to describe it. It's not trying to be fancy. It's trying to make your everyday cooking better, and it succeeds. Bottom line, a trustworthy mid-premium oil that elevates everyday cooking without demanding a second mortgage. But consistency is nothing compared to craftsmanship. And if you're finding this ranking useful, hit the like button. It really helps the channel cut through the noise. Number 3. Filippo Berio Olive Oil. Filippo Berio is the friendly neighborhood bistro, warm, flavorful, and genuinely dependable. This oil has a personality. You can taste the care that goes into it. Filippo Berio offers a balanced, grassy fruit profile that works beautifully for salads, pasta, and finishing dishes. It's got enough character to be interesting, but not so much that it overwhelms your food. It's the kind of oil that makes you want to dip bread in it and call that dinner. Here's the thing. It's not single-origin quality. The flavor can vary slightly by batch because Filippo Berio sources from multiple regions and blends them together. But that blending also gives it strong global availability, which means you can find it almost anywhere. Indie Best ranked it highly among everyday extra virgin olive oils for its clean, versatile flavor, and that versatility is key. You can use Filippo Berio for everything from roasting vegetables to making vinaigrettes, and it performs beautifully every time. Bottom line, a flavorful, dependable step up from mainstream extra virgin olive oil brands. If you're ready to graduate from basic olive oil but you're not ready to spend $20 on a bottle, Filippo Berio is your sweet spot. But now we enter gourmet territory. Number 2. La Tourangelle Artisan Oils. La Tourangelle is the single-origin chocolate of cooking oils, crafted, expressive, and unmistakably premium. This brand specializes in artisan oils, and you can taste the difference immediately. La Tourangelle uses an expeller-pressed small-batch process that preserves all the natural flavors and nutrients. The result? Bold, aromatic oils like avocado, grapeseed, and toasted sesame that bring serious flavor to your cooking. Food reviewers gush over its pure, clean, aromatic flavor profile, and they're not exaggerating. When you drizzle La Tourangelle toasted sesame oil over a bowl of noodles, it transforms the dish. When you finish a salad with their avocado oil, you taste the richness and complexity. Here's the catch. It's pricey for daily frying. You're not going to use La Tourangelle to deep fry a batch of chicken tenders. It's best suited for finishing dishes or specialty recipes where the oil is a featured ingredient, not just a cooking medium. Bottom line, a showpiece oil that's worth every drop when flavor matters. If you care about food and you want your cooking to taste restaurant quality, La Tourangelle delivers. But one oil offers premium quality at everyday prices. And here we are. Number 1. Kirkland Extra Virgin Olive Oil is the Value Steakhouse Special. It's shockingly good quality at a price that feels like a misprint. Kirkland's Extra Virgin Olive Oil is USDA organic and cold extracted, which means it retains all the natural antioxidants, polyphenols, and healthy fats that make olive oil a nutritional powerhouse. The flavor is rich, peppery, grassy, and bold. Everything you want from a premium extra virgin olive oil. And get this, it performs well in blind tests from consumer sites and culinary blogs. Multiple blind tests call it the best budget extra virgin olive oil on the market. That's not marketing hype. That's consistent, verified quality. The real kicker, the price per liter is remarkable compared to premium bottles. You're getting boutique-level flavor at Costco prices. If you have a Costco membership and you're not buying Kirkland Extra Virgin Olive Oil, you're leaving money and flavor on the table. Bottom line, Kirkland is a heart-healthy, flavor-forward champion, and it's the clear number 1 pick. This is the oil you stock in your pantry, use every day, and feel good about. So there you have it. 11 cooking oils sorted from the please avoid this to the absolutely stock your pantry with this. At the bottom, we saw the usual suspects, cheap refined blends like Wesson, Great Value, Luana, and Crisco, oils that get the job done but bring almost nothing to the table in terms of flavor, nutrition, or quality. Mazola sits in the middle, great for deep fryers but less impressive for heart health. But the real story begins at the top. Spectrum gives you a reasonable balance of health and affordability, while Pompeian, Bertolli, and Filippo Berio elevate everyday cooking with real extra virgin character. And when we finally step into the premium tier with La Tourangelle and Kirkland, you start to see where quality and value collide. Kirkland's extra virgin olive oil takes the crown by offering genuinely heart-healthy fats, bold flavor, and impressive consistency without the boutique price tag. The big message, don't fall for labels alone. The best cooking oil is the one that delivers clean flavor, real nutritional value, and honest quality, whether it costs $5 or $15. Let me know in the comments which burger on this list surprised you the most. And if you want to make smarter fast food choices, subscribe and hit the bell. I'll see you in the next one.